Howdy everyone. I'm just getting back from Cape Cod. Spent the last evening and morning packing eBay orders. Still not even done with that. I still have a few more to go. However, I just wanted to kind of go over a few things that I bought while in Cape Cod. Ended up buying a lot of paper items to resell on eBay. So we're just going to go through some of these scrapbooks and this little box here and just tell you about them. I kind of am seeing a lot of these for the first time myself. I mean, I briefly went through them before purchasing, especially these scrapbooks. I went to an antique store. They ended up having a few boxes of postcards, which I went through. And as I was going through, I was like, how much per postcard? And when they said 50 cents each, that got me thinking, let me build a pile here, which I did. And as I'm checking out, maybe I'll ask if they have anything more in the ephemera world. I like these comparisons here. And lo and behold, the woman running the store said, yeah, actually at home, I have a few, books full of that kind of stuff. And I checked out and I said, okay, great. I paid about, I want to say, $4 for a little stack of postcards and photos. And I said, when will you be back? She said, tomorrow. So I went back, quickly glanced through these amazingly kind of well done albums here, scrapbooks, and asked, I took my time. I said, how much do you want for both of them? And she said, I don't know, $35. So I quickly said, you know what, that sounds great. I didn't have to really think twice. I saw kind of what was in here and I said, that's good. So as I'm going through, obviously, you can pause and take in a lot of these notes and stuff that they're writing down. Because luckily for my fiance and I, they have a lot of notes helpful to identify various locations, even some vehicles. What we got here? I think that's a California plate, which is cool. Oh yeah, California, 1927. Duh. So that is helpful, and hopefully a lot of these will just come out of the book pretty easily. What's she holding? Oh, a dog. People like their dogs. People love their dog photos. And with this book in particular, some of these photos might be a challenge getting out. But we're gonna just check it out here. Lots of weird stuff going on. Is that guy in some kind of costume? I don't even know. Cemetery. Cool. I'm gonna take my time with this video. Who cares? It's a fun document, right? And so yeah, when I bought this, I was in Dennisport, Massachusetts. And just thinking back, I want to say it was some kind of antique center in terms of what it was called, but I can't say for sure. Miss Ma Stubb. That is something else. All this handwritten art is just really impressive. I mean, this whole thing is a piece of work. I mean, that's the the sort of conundrum the ephemera seller will run into on occasion is that, sure, this looks great as a package, but if you can break it up and get hundreds and hundreds of listings, and you're in the money. I mean, we all know baseball stuff does well, so we're excited about that. And so another little backstory, I suppose, about this album is that, or these albums here, is that I asked the woman where she got them, and she actually said she knew. She said it was right down the street. It was a estate sale, so she must have paid probably like $5. And I mean, ephemera sells, but doesn't sell quite as well at an antique store. I mean, it depends on your location and traffic, but you ask certain antique dealers, oh, how's postcard sales, for example? You selling a lot of these? Some will say, oh yeah, they fly off the shelf, and then you don't even bother with trying to make a bulk deal, basically, because if they say that, that means they're going to want to get top dollar, and they're going to want to count each one. But you just got to try to make a bulk deal. Sometimes other dealers are more willing to part with their items for a fair, price for us to resell, at least. And I want to say that $35 is more than fair. I mean, I would have probably offered 40. I mean, she came in with a 35. That was, I didn't really argue with that. This is a cool couple of pages here. I might want to do some sort of screenshot of that for the old thumbnail, right? YouTube loves their thumbnails. Their wacky thumbnails. Very cool. I wonder if this was the woman who made this scrapbook. Yeah, my family stays in Dennisport basically every year, with varying locations here and there, but Falmouth, Truro, but we're mostly in Dennisport, and that's kind of just right in the middle of Cape Cod if you're not familiar. Basically, it's pretty easy to get around from there. I mean, you got Provincetown in one direction, Falmouth in the other, and Sandwich and all that. Uncle Harry. Pipe. Postcard signed 1913. Goes along with, I guess, what we're seeing in these photos. So, okay, we still got a little bit more in book number 1. I hope y'all are enjoying. If you have any favorite photos that you saw in this book or in any coming little collections here, please let me know. So that's book number 1 from this purchase. Book number 2 is a little different. There's a lot of Boy Scout photos in here, which are cool. Some beach photos. And I mean, this is early stuff, 1912. I mean, I saw some 1914 in here. And once again, Boy Scout. And so it basically kind of sells itself from this era. And luckily, we got locations galore. That's just, heaven sent in terms of research. It just saves us so much time and energy and money. Because if we know the location, you're in the money. I like this guy. Some sort of wise guy. That's a good one. I don't, my fiance does more of the pricing for the ephemera, for the photos specifically. I do more postcards. because postcards have an easier market. I mean, really, with postcards, you just kind of, especially if they're not just a one-off RPPC, you have collectors that are paying X amount for a postcard, and you can kind of go into Terapeak, as known as product research these days, and just see what people are actually paying for that specific view. And even with RPPCs, some of those real photo postcards, you know, they're reprinted, and it's not like they're all one of a kind. So some of them do have a real market built in. With a lot of these photos, you just kind of have to really see what people are paying for similar items, because these are all just one-offs. These are all unique, never been seen photos. And some of these never should be seen. Some of these I blocked off, and for good reason, because they're just not right. So we're just gonna skip over that page pretty much. More Boy Scout stuff, early Boy Scout stuff. I just like to see it. I like to see it. More locations. Hopefully we get the locations at least with those. I'm not seeing anything written. And that's the end of this booklet here. Happy with that. As for this, there's a little mixture in here. There's a couple, I went to various locations while on the Cape. Some in Provincetown, some at the flea market in Wellfleet. And just, I guess I'll let you know where I kind of got each one, but we'll start with this one here. This guy is apparently, as stated on the back, it's a fireman. I thought, and this is the item I paid most for in terms of just a single item. For $10, I thought, I'll take a chance. I mean, honestly, I normally would not, guys. I would not do that. I would not advise doing that, because I had no service here, and at this particular location in Provincetown, I would never normally spend $3 on a random RPPC. But you know what? I was like, at the end of the day, most RPPCs sell for around $10. So at $3, I'm not gonna lose money, and maybe there is money. I was in the mood to buy, obviously. I was in the mood to buy. These all came from, I want to say the same location, and I maybe paid 50 cents to $1 a piece for these. And then we're on to the next store. So this was actually, if you ever been to Provincetown, I wish I could remember the name of the last store, but this is Tim's Used Books. They have a box of ephemera postcards, just kind of show bills from the town itself. And I mean, I didn't want to make an offer on the box because I had a feeling that they would count each and every single one of these. So I just kind of picked out, I want to say 40 or so different postcards and such that were in that lot. A lot of these actually are reprints. And when I say reprints, I mean 1990s UK and such, which, if you have the right subject matter, tattoos and such like that, it really does sell. And when I was there, I had service, so I was able to look up these ones, and a lot of these just weren't on eBay, which, if you guys know how to play the eBay game, it's all about, you know, especially with the long tail ephemera, it's all about just putting as many items up as you can and waiting for the right buyer. So we got doubles, we got duplicates, and I think for these, I think I paid $1 a piece. It's not like the UK stuff does amazing, but at the end of the day, when you can potentially 10x, it's just not a bad investment. And gay interest stuff does sell well, just FYI. I mean, you put that in the title, you know, affectionate affectionate soldiers at camp, you know, that stuff sells. That stuff sells incredibly well. It's just the subject matter that it's a crossover. So you have people that collect military, but also people that collect specifically that sort of, I mean, gay interest. I just say that because that's the specific wordage that, you know, sells. That's what you have to use in order for people to see these items. So I just want to appreciate everyone for watching. If you've gotten this far, hopefully there ain't anything I have to block out here. I'll kind of take my time. I'll be cautious. Nothing too crazy, right? I bought this one for myself. That one's a personal one. I was at a souvenir shop and I was like, I'm gonna buy one card that speaks to me today and just keep it. And it's a brand new kind of just reprint, and I was just for fun. And that's it for the ephemera. So like, comment, you know, let me know what your favorite was. Let me know if you hated this video. Let me know if I shouldn't talk at all, if I should just show everything. And I guess the grand finale here. I did pay $7 for this at Wellfleet Flea Market, the drive-in. And I spoke to the gentleman for a while. He was probably the friendliest dealer I spoke to all day. He was asking $10. I walked up to the table, and he kind of knew his stuff, but he wasn't much of an ephemera guy, you could tell. And I thought for $7, I'll make an offer. Because worst comes to worst, we put this in our antique booth, you know, for $30. I don't know. If I haven't looked up much, honestly, guys. I just kind of, usually with ephemera, kind of just go based on the gut. And when this said photographers to Her Majesty the Queen, I thought, maybe that's something there. What do y'all think? Do I have something here, or did I just waste, I don't know, 35, 7. So that's, I'm not a math man here, but 42. We got 52. We got probably another, I want to say probably another $50 in there at least. So $100. Did we spend $100 on trash, or is this all just sort of treasure? Let me know, everybody. Thanks for watching. Neat junk.